make money in crypto, getting pretty easy these days. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I hate this thing. This thing falls so much, but the BitSquad is eternal. We need to get a stand for that thing for you guys. Guys, just to also, by the way, to let you guys know, I'm going on vacation at the end of this week. Yay. So I'm going to go on vacation at the end of this week. So Friday will not be live streaming. I don't think I'm going to live stream on Monday either because I'm coming back on Monday. I think we'll get back live streaming on Tuesday. Unless, of course, you guys want to see TJ up here, which would be crazy because he'll be having to run it and also do the stream.
Yeah, I think we just decided we were just going to hang out and party while you were gone.
I was wondering about that. Are y'all going to work while I'm gone?
Nah.
Guys, today, what an exciting day to be in cryptocurrency. And I knew this was going to happen. I almost got liquidated over the weekend. I'm going to tell you guys. It was like 58,000. I was like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It bounced between 58 and 60 for so long. And then all of a sudden, man, the bottom just fell out of it. I almost got liquidated. I was on 20X, but we've locked in great profits today. So super excited about that. Somebody said Charles Hosky. What's he talking about, old Charles Hosky? We're going to be talking about Bitcoin today, some crazy fundamentals. Guys, it's just that bullish time of the month. I know you guys like it. Also, just so you guys know, I did have to get rid of one of my shirts because my arm wouldn't fit into it. So just want to tell you guys. I don't know if you guys have been noticing. Me and TJ have been hitting the gym. Yeah. Any thoughts on Matrix AI Network? Yeah, they keep sending me messages on every platform trying to get me to talk about them. So, guys, I don't know. Look. There's a lot of projects in 2017 that just kind of put a sour taste in my mouth, if you will. And that was one of them. So in 2018 it was, I guess, they wanted me to do a sponsored video, and they wouldn't give me $100 for it.
Wow.
$100 for a sponsored video from them. So
how the turntables have turned.
Yes, how the turntables have turned. But anyways, no hate towards them. I'm sure they're fine people. But yeah, probably not going to be what I'll be talking about on here. So what was the other super chat? Anything? They will be, I don't even know what that means. They will be skiving, but it will make the best ever. What is skiving?
Skiving?
Skiving? Like Tronskiving?
I don't know.
You guys ever heard the story of Tronskiving?
I haven't.
Well, if you didn't know what Tronskiving, it's where BitBoy and Justin Sun meet each other for a Thanksgiving dinner, and the turkey rides to the dinner on a Tron cycle, and it's called Tronskiving. If you know what Tronskiving are, or what Tronskiving is, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. That's what I'll tell you. How can we track your 1K, 10K challenge? Let me pull that up real quick, because, guys, we're just in a holding pattern right here with it. We're waiting for Phantom to pump. So just waiting for Phantom to pump. We got all Phantom in here right now. So waiting for Phantom to go. When Phantom runs up, then we'll have some stuff to talk about. I think it is going to run up massively, but just waiting to see what happens. All right, guys, let's go. Let's get started here. Guys, first of all, we are 3/4 of the way to a million subscribers on the channel. So thank you to all the BitSquad. Obviously, since we started our 1 million subscriber contest, we're going to give away a full Bitcoin at 600,000 subscribers. We are now, I guess, what would that be? 37.5% of the way through, basically. So we're almost halfway done. So pretty exciting stuff there. Can't wait to give a Bitcoin away, change somebody's life. Really excited about that. So thank you. Also, guys, you can get access to our other channels, Hit Network, where we show you the daily vlog of what happens here. And then New Money Gang, where we talk about making money online. And also, guys, I did want to point out, I did this interview over the weekend with Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers. Awesome, dude. This video, I guess you guys just don't like comedy, I guess. I don't know what it is. Kind of underperformed on the channel. Let's go show Joe some love. You guys make sure to go check this interview out. Very fascinating. And I'll tell you guys, today I've got a call with basically, I can't really say who it is, but it is a top tier person. And if it goes well, we might get this person on the channel. And so we want to be the mainstream crypto channel, obviously. Oh, Izzy Boss says Tronskiving is the best holiday ever. It truly is. Nothing like a good Tronky dinner. But the thing is, guys, we got to show these people some love that come on the channel from the mainstream. This idea, I did want to show you guys this on Twitter, by the way. We'll be talking about BitTorrent a little bit today. Oh, you're talking about is that BitTorrent?
Yeah, that's BitTorrent.
Or it's not BitT, is it? So. Thoughts on SIA since Filecoin's been doing well? I mean, storage projects have a place. ADA, eGold, or Link, best ROI this year. I would say going forward, Link. I would say overall for the year, Cardano, and Elrond has great potential as well. So not sleeping on Elrond. Those are three of my top projects right there. So hard to pick between my babies. I want to show you guys this on Twitter. So guys, thank you for following me on Twitter over here. 235.6 thousand followers. How insane is that? We were just at like friggin' 30K like not too long ago. Yeah. But I wanted to show you guys this. Let me see if I can find it here. I have to go back a little bit. It's basically where I'm making fun of nerds. You guys know there's nothing I love more than making fun of nerds. This is it right here, this tweet. Basically, Paris Hilton was on CNBC over the weekend, and she was talking about crypto. She's kind of a crypto OG, by the way. She's been in crypto since 2017. She's held Bitcoin. So this is not somebody you should really be making fun of. And, you know, she has a gigantic follower list. Look at this. 16.9 million followers. Oh, by the way, Paris Hilton follows me, okay? And this is what I'm saying here. I made this comment because I said, y'all lame. I've been telling the nerds on this app that to make money, we actually need more people to buy crypto. And I'd like to get Paris Hilton on the channel also, by the way. I haven't sent her a message or anything like that. I think it would be cool to get her on the channel for sure. I love Paris. Not a giant fan of France, but I do love Paris. Because she's American. That's why. I'm just kidding, Frenchies. I got a French bulldog, so take that for what it's worth.
Oh, you are admitting it's a French bulldog.
Well, we think it's a Fringlish. Yeah. We bought it. We do have an English bulldog, Otis Wilbur Brutus III. We call him Odie Wilbs. And we also got another bulldog, Henry, named after my kid's favorite football player, Derrick Henry. And it was supposed to be an English bulldog. And turns out it's a Fringlish, so we're calling it a Freedom English bulldog.
Oh, wow.
We ain't having nothing French in my house. We do freedom kissing around here.
Oh, gosh.
But anyways, the point here is I'd like for you guys to go retweet this. This would be great. You guys go follow Paris Hilton. But the thing is, if we want more people to know about crypto, we got to get out of our crypto walls here, our little crypto boundaries. And when it comes to cryptocurrency, we need more mainstream stuff. And so when we have somebody like Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, a huge show on TV, like, let's make sure to give these people some love. You know what I mean? Let's make sure to go do this. Let's support them, put bids on their NFTs. This is how we bring more people in. You want to ask, like, what can you do to bring more people into crypto? This is it. Watching these videos, engaging with these videos. If you got a lot of, like, look, if you got 2 Ethereum, don't go put a bid for 5 ETH on a Joe Gatto NFT. But if you got 300, maybe go support the movement. Go put a bid in, you know? Same thing with Taylor Rapp. We'll talk a little bit about that, but we've got some more big people coming on the channel soon. So I want to make sure you guys understand these are important videos. To support the movement of cryptocurrency, you got to come. And everyone who watched this video said it was an incredible video. So I would just like to see you guys get a little more supportive when we bring the mainstream people on because, you know, this is how we grow everything. So let's move on. Let's talk about the market here. Yeah, let's start Market Watch over again because I hadn't even started on it yet. Long intro for today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for all the super chats, by the way. Can't get to every single one, but we try to get to most of them. Right now, I'm on the DeFi list. We got a DeFi video coming out tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have Chris from Minimum Crypto on at 3, excuse me. Can I do a review on token metrics? Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't think it's good. Their rating system is kind of harsh. I would like them to have a little more favorable rating system. But it just shows how hard their rating system is. But they have a lot of indexes. We could do a full token metrics video pretty soon. Okay, so looking at the overall cryptocurrencies when it comes to market cap, we got, holy crap, look at this. Wow. Pumped again. It's at 59.50. On Bybit, it's 59.50 right now. Excuse me. I'm up about a half a bitty right now on my trade. But 59.6 here on CoinMarketCap. Ethereum 21.31, about to set a new all-time high probably today. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen today. That's why over the weekend I almost got liquidated on a trade. I thought 58 was a great entry. Turned out it dropped down to 56. I didn't have any more to add to my position, risking our entire $100K to $1 million challenge on a $1,000 move would have liquidated me. You know, things bounce back. And I knew if we could just make it a Monday without getting liquidated, things were going to get good. And things are getting good right now as we speak. We're seeing a lot of stuff pumping. Binance Coin, by the way, having a stranglehold on the number 3 spot at this point. Dwarving Polkadot and Cardano. We got some pretty big Cardano news today. People want me to talk Zilliqa. I don't know. We might see. We might do an updated video. We are just so you guys know, we do feel like it is altcoin season coming. When you look at the numbers, it bears that out. I mean, look, guys, Bitcoin dominance, 56%. When Bitcoin dominance is going up, or going down, and Ethereum dominance is going up, that's a good sign we're in altcoin season. I think if Bitcoin breaks, because, guys, think about this. We talked about this the other day, which was, TJ always has me paranoid when I sniffle. I get a little sniffle sometimes. Every time I do it, I think,
well, yeah.
TJ, don't hear it. Don't hear. He says it's a tick. I'm like, no,
say,
I just got a nose thing.
Don't call it a tick.
Don't call it a tick. It's from all my younger years of basically where I can't see, but I basically don't have a nasal cavity.
Yeah.
That's for the younger years. Not in about 15, but okay. When we look here at Bitcoin dominance, okay, I want to show you guys this. Let's really hover down in 2021. You can see it is on a clear downtrend. We hope we see higher lows. I don't know. Most lows I go into are ground level, so that was a Home Depot lows joke. I think we can see price above 40K from now on. Yeah, I do. I don't think we'll ever go below 40K again. I don't think. So we'll see. But we're on a clear downtrend on the dominance. Ethereum is starting to pick up again. And this is the thing. We looked at this chart. If you were to go back here and look at from a further distance, the lowest we had been was 56.67. That was in September of 2020. That's the longest we've been or the lowest we've been in a year. Okay. And when you go back and look, the last time we were below that number, golly, you got to go all the way back to like May of 2019 to get below 50%. You have to go all the way back to August of 2018. And when you look over here at the right side of this chart, I mean, that is the biggest dramatic fall we've had in quite a while. Now, you could argue we did have a fall right here, but it was on an uptrend and kind of reversed there. Do I think Eureka will recover? Yeah, it'll recover. Guys, I tell you guys, look, I know it sounds a little counterintuitive when we're doing these videos, but we do videos on private sales and sponsored videos and stuff. Your best thing, you guys know what's going to happen. You know the prices go up. This is what the number one channel bringing awareness to a project is. Don't FOMO in and then get angry at me. Wait for corrections and jump in. Eureka is a long-term project. Solves a great need. So we do believe in Eureka. We think it's going to go way up. We got allocation coming in, for a long time for that one, and we're excited about it. Anything involving Ferrum and YFDI has crushed it. So we got another one of those projects coming for you guys on Wednesday. So, and it's in the fitness niche. So you guys know I am the poster child of fitness. We're going to do BitBoy Fitness at some point. BitBoy Fitness, you mother chuckers. Hit Network Fitness. I'm going to freaking lead planks. I'm going to show you. I'm going to plank for 10 minutes at a time.
That's what Chris does, right? Every day he does.
Yeah, Chris does an 8-minute or 7-minute plank every day.
Live stream.
It's one of our editors. Yeah. It really inspired me. So, but guys, when we look at this dominance, I mean, this is really phenomenal to look at what's happening. And we looked at the chart, the Bitcoin dominance chart on TradingView, and we saw that the number. Interviewing Gene Simmons, yeah, that would be cool. That was my brother's favorite band. He loved Kiss, so that would be big. Thank you, Bill Gould. But the thing is we've looked, 57% was the next milestone, and we broke him below it. So I think we're going to see something similar to what we saw here, possibly. I mean, that because if you look at this Bitcoin dominance falling, this was the first leg. This was not altcoin season, truly. This was not where things went the most parabolic. That was right here. Okay, and it was a little more of a dramatic drop. But I think we're looking at something like this. I don't think we'll get down to as low as 37%, but I do think we will go below 50%. Pretty good. So that's what's going on in the markets. Let me just look at the top gainers of the day. Look at Stacks. Holy crap.
Yeah.
100% gain today. 87% for the week. Wazir X, I heard it was pumping. That's an Indian exchange. You guys know, pumping on the news. India's banning crypto. How stupid. BitTorrent, I did want to show you guys this about BitTorrent. It surged 86% to enter the top 10 crypto list, registered nearly 275% gains. It got in the top 10? No way. Wow, it's in the top 20 right now. This thing was in the 100s forever. I think it had gone up a little bit higher. It looks like it broke into the top 10 maybe temporarily. Yeah. BitTorrent's one to watch, and I tell you, I had got a lot of people in the mainstream out there, a lot of people I meet in person asking about BitTorrent. Yeah. And I think this is a residual effect of TikTok loves BitTorrent.
That's what I was going to say. They love the cheap, what they perceive as cheap cryptos.
Absolutely. And you know what else is a cheap crypto that's right behind it? Tron. Tron is at 13.5 cents.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. I own zero Tron. Why do I own zero Tron? It's just not one. It's just not what I'm going to get into. I used to love Tron at some point, but basically what it boiled down to is, do you guys really want to know what happened between me and Tron? Why I don't like them really? You guys want to know? It's because we had a guy that I worked with a lot at Tron, and he was an awesome dude. His name was Jeffrey. Loved Jeffrey. And he's the one who arranged for me to come out for this big Tron dinner where we were supposed to meet Warren Buffett. It's a long story. But they let him go. And I will never touch Tron again. So you got to learn. Sometimes there's repercussions for your actions for being douches to good people. And so because of that, I will never invest in Tron again for the rest of my life.
And it is interesting seeing this pump.
Shout out to Jeffrey, by the way. I love Jeffrey. He just messed with me, though. He's a great dude, but he was good.
No, nothing. I was just going to say it seems like a lot of this is a result of a big marketing push, like you said, that they did on TikTok to get a lot of these TikTok kids to push not only Tron, but BitTorrent, which is obviously closely connected to it. So,
but we do like BitTorrent. Tron bought BitTorrent, but the people running BitTorrent are still the same people that were running BitTorrent when everybody loved it.
Yeah, and they were definitely ahead of, this decentralization movement and the concept behind, cloud mining and a lot of different things. So it'll be, I don't know, it's interesting. I like BitTorrent, not a big fan of Tron tactics, so to speak.
Well, they say that if BitTorrent's going to run, Tron's going to run too. So Tron is definitely going to have its part in the cycle where it's crushing it. Yeah. It's already at 13.5 cents. I remember when it was a big deal, it got back over a penny.
I mean, there's nobody that can deny that they know how to market. They're probably one of the best marketing projects in this space.
Well, I mean, when you do a ICO sale and you make $1 billion,
right?
So I'm not too. Other than VeChain, I'm not really that big on Chinese projects for the most part. I'm trying to look of anything else that I really like that's Chinese. I like VeChain, and it's just one of those things I really love, but. Let's see. I heard there's a lot of big stuff coming for Eternity. I mean, I'm excited about Eternity for sure. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, BitTorrent's one to definitely watch. We like BitTorrent. Nothing against people investing in it. Tron, not too excited about. Okay, all right, let's see what's going on here with the price of Bitcoin. We'll take a look at the chart. Now, I will just kind of show you guys my trade here as well. Talking about this, we don't have a separate part for the trade today. If you want to sign up for Bybit, you guys make sure please visit bitboycrypto.com/deals. You can click here to join. If you want to get part of the trading competition that's going on right now, you can click Bybit at the top. Come down here, hit sign up for the 7-day challenge. I'm already signed up for the 7-day challenge. See how I'm doing here. Right now, now we were ranked 11,000, so we had a pretty good return. We're up 5.78% right now. What's a good price target for BTT? I saw somebody saying $1 is possible. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it's at a penny, 1.2 pennies right now. So $1 sounds pretty high. It's already up 224% to get there. I did see somebody that wrote $1 is possible because of all the use of it. I think the use is a little overblown of BitTorrent, to be honest with you. So I would say a good target. I mean, 15 cents I could probably pretty easily get to in this cycle, I would say. So I would feel uncomfortable unless, saying more than that without really, really digging into it. So they said I'm the mayor of Polka City. Polka City people are asking me to look at. I don't know much about it. So looking at my trade here, as you guys can see, I'm ranked 3,600 right now. So we're doing okay. We're up 5.78%. Some of these people are crushing it. This guy's up. Look at these P&Ls. Holy smokes. He's up 4,400%. Wow, that's pretty good. This guy's up 2,000%, 14.8%. So we're not going to win this contest, but I'm never, just so you guys know, I'm never trying to win the contest because I make enough money. I'd like other people to win. But I would like a good showing. I would like to at least get in the top 500 would be good. So my trade right now, I've got it. We are unrealized potential of 0.5299. So, nice. But I do have a stop loss locked in. I don't want to show it. They're going to come for it. It's in the 58. So got a good stop loss locked in. And this is something people still struggle with, which is setting in that stop loss and profit. It's the number one leak in your game. I can guarantee it if you're losing a lot. But overall, we are not doing as great as I would like in our 100K to $1 million challenge. Right now we're coming in at 130,000. So we're up. Let's see. Gotta say we had a brutal week for sure though last week. We didn't do too great. Between the unrealized and the realized, I mean, we're up about 30K on this account. This is going much slower than I wanted it to be. I think we've been doing this 2 weeks. We're up like 30K right now. I'll go up 30K, then I'll go down 30K. So it's just been a tough market. And you know this. If you do a lot of trading, like you probably know, this has been a very choppy market in the last couple of weeks. And so hopefully at the beginning of this month, if you watch what we're doing when we're making money, this is something to think about, guys. When we're doing really well over here and we're crushing it, and like when we turn 10K into 100K, this is a bull market, right? So we're longing. So when are we making the most money? We're making the most money when the price is going up, right? We're making the most money when the price is going up. And then in combination with that, when the market's choppy, we're about 50%. So we're kind of staying even when it's choppy, and we're positioning ourselves so when we hit that go button and we start moving up above 60K, we're going to start crushing it. But the whole way you want to lock in those profits. You don't want to get out. Also, I checked out, thank you for that super chat, by the way. Phantom rocks on NFTs. Yeah, we do love Phantom. We don't have a huge holding in it, but I think we may interview them soon. We like Phantom pretty good. So that's Alex Juromanovic. But I do want to say, I did check out Jason Casper over this weekend. I spent about 30 minutes in his live stream. He was like, the people were like, BitBoy's in here. He's like, no, BitBoy's not in here. And I was like, yeah, I'm really in here. So, but we're going to have Jason on probably next week because my vacation's real short this week. We got a shortened week, so we'll look for him to come on, talk market cipher and stuff next week. But that's what's going on in my trades right now. As far as the Bitcoin price, like what we're kind of looking at, like 59,000 we just hit. We did have this blood diamond on the 4-hour chart on Saturday. That's when I got in a trade, and of course, it went straight down. But we've got back up. We are now up. Now, where are we looking at? Now, if you look down here at the bottom of market cipher, we just got a green dot on the momentum wave on the bottom of the 4-hour chart. We did have one a couple days ago as well, and it didn't really lead to much. However, if you go back over here to the previous one, you'll see what happened is a huge run up from there. So, guys, it just looks like 60K is shaping up to be very, very, very tough resistance. When we blow through it, I believe we will blow through it. But, you know, you guys know how it is in trading. It's never a straight line. When it comes to Ethereum, we don't have it on the list to really talk about Ethereum today, but I did obviously want to touch on it. We did get a new resistance at 2150. We just hit 2130 and bounced back down a little bit. But obviously with Ethereum, I mean, we think this thing is running easily to $2,500 shortly. Cannot wait to dress up like Cupid. I don't know how I'm going to do that because I really actually don't want to dress up like Cupid. But we are going to have a Valentine's Day party.
Yeah.
Also, guys.
Fall in love with Ethereum all over again.
Also, yesterday, as you guys know, it was Easter yesterday. And my uncle had a baby goat. He had a baby goat born. And so you guys know what they named it.
Ether.
Ether. But of course, you know what I'm going to call it. Ether. Call her Ether.
That's good.
And also, guys, just real quick, did want to point out also on bitboycrypto.com as we move to the next thing, we do have merch available. If you just click up here and go to merch, we got some shirts. We're going to add a lot more stuff in. And also, guys, if you ever want to send us anything, you guys can go to our About Us page and you guys can put this. We receive a lot of stuff. We want to get a better schedule of actually opening some of that stuff live on air or whatever. But anyways, that's where you can do that at. And what else was I going to say? There's something else I wanted to say. Can't remember. Oh, just give you guys an update on the scammers and the impersonators. We'll be talking about hacks at the end, but I do want to know we are currently working on things to destroy these hackers and the scammers and impersonators. It's a long process, and just know we are making headway. So you guys may still be seeing all those in the comments. Will not be for too much longer. So we are working on that. It is a daunting task. Someone told me, they said, I should not say that I'm going to completely remove them because it's impossible. We're going to completely remove them. So I will not rest until we destroy all the scammers, just so you know. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about some fundamentals for Bitcoin. Supply crunch incoming, Bitcoin miners stop selling. So we're looking at some fundamental stuff here. You guys know we have our report from Exablock. You guys can get access to that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. But there's a lot going on right now that indicates we're getting once again to an exciting place for Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to consolidate in the high $50,000 area. Meanwhile, its fundamentals are strengthening and seem to point toward a price breakout. Analyst Ali Martinez has shared data from Glassnode to predict the timing for a new BTC price rally. According to the analyst, when the cryptocurrency surpasses the 1 million threshold in the metric entity adjusted dormancy flow, historically BTC goes parabolic. And this is that chart here. I guess we could pull that up on Glassnode too and look at it here, or at some point. Let's make a note of that. Despite the 1,465% surge that BTC experienced since the March 2020 crash, get rid of that. The Bitcoin entity adjusted dormancy flow is yet to move past the 1 million threshold. When and if it does, BTC could enter a new parabolic phase, posting more gains than we've already seen. Amazing! Oh, Bitcoin's gonna go up! Ah! So exciting. So exciting. And this is the chart here. We'll have to play with the chart a little bit. But it's just, it's all these top indicators that we look at. We're nowhere close, right? Bitcoin in an accumulation phase. Perhaps one of the most bullish fundamentals is Bitcoin miners' behavior. Over the past few months, the sector had been selling much of its supply in BTC, increasing the selling pressure in the market. Of course, you guys know we went after them hard when they were doing this, and we will do it again because you guys know, stand against the nerds. However, analyst Lex Moskowski has shown that miners have changed their position and started buying BTC to increase their reserves. Since late March and early April, miners have bought around 10,000 Bitcoin. So look at that. This chart is pretty unbelievable when you look at it. And a lot of people are saying that VeChain is mooning right now. They say it just hit a new all-time high, which is not good because that's one that I'm wanting to add more to. And people, by the way, they said, why when you're so bullish on VeChain, do you not own as much? I think we only have 60 or 70K in VeChain. It's because, guys, you got to understand the higher potential something has, the less you need, right? You can't just go throw all of your money into one coin. You want to have a diversified portfolio. But let me tell you, the two coins, we've been stacking up Bitcoin. We've almost hit our Bitcoin target recently. So we are once again going to start aping into alts here. As they say, aping for April. I will tell you that the top two coins I'm looking to move into are VeChain and Solana. So these are the top two projects. Binance.us has those. That's where we'll be buying those at. But if you want to sign up for Binance.us, you guys can do that on bitboycrypto.com/deals. But those are the two projects I am looking at getting into big time. So anyways, guys, the long and short of it here is, the miners are not selling. They're now buying. Think about that. They're buying Bitcoin. Think about it. Also, we got this story, banking behemoth Goldman Sachs preparing for giant leap into the crypto space. Boring institutions coming to crypto, yay. But this, I wanted to show this here. There's another fundamental here. What did that other super chat say?
Nothing.
Glassnode unveils massive whale accumulation of Bitcoin in spite of rising BTC price. And guys, whales are buying. Now, see the crossover here? You see the crossover? Who are a lot of the whales? They're the miners. I've told you guys this for years. The miners are actually the biggest whales in crypto. Imagine mining crypto when you were getting 50 Bitcoin per block and you could mine a whole block on your laptop.
Crazy.
So definitely something pretty interesting there. But we have this story here. According to Glassnode, whales started to heavily accumulate Bitcoin in December of 2020 as BTC threatened to take out the previous all-time highs of $20,000. We can see that in December 2020, the game changed as BTC price approached the previous cycle all-time high, $20,000, and market confidence grew. Serious institutional accumulation commenced. Started with 37,400 Bitcoin withdrawn in December. We know, once again, just so you guys kind of know, and I know sometimes I take a lot of this for granted, that you guys understand this. We want to be a little more, cautious on, thinking you guys understand stuff if you're newer to the market. When money flows into exchanges, it is bearish. When it flows out of exchanges and the reserves plummet, that's bullish. Glassnode's chart reveals that U.S. institutions continue to be a major force behind the current bull market as they take out thousands of BTC in spite of Bitcoin's rising price. In the first 3 months of 2021, 171K basically Bitcoin were withdrawn from Coinbase amid Bitcoin's over 100% surge, blah, 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 blah. U.S. institutions are not the only big-time players. We talked about the miner thing already, showed the same chart here. So basically, we're seeing things are just extremely bullish here, okay? If you haven't figured that out yet, you're not paying attention. And I understand, man, I tell you what, I was talking this morning with our new NFT guy, who's now, well, he's been doing our NFTs for a long time, but he works here in the office now, Justin. He's a great friend of mine. He's actually, I talk about this a lot. He actually came up with the name BitBoy years ago. He came up with the idea for the character, and we were going to do all this together, and then he got bored with crypto and left, and then the prices came back up, and he did the typical thing. So Justin actually taught me what a Satoshi was.
Look at that.
Look at that. Admitting that I didn't know something. Amazing. But the thing is that I was talking with Justin this morning, and we were talking about these market cycles, and he was yesterday doing some, some Ether things with his family. And he said, it's amazing. He's like a celebrity when he goes to his own family gatherings now. Like, everybody wants to talk to him about crypto, I experienced the same thing. Of course, my family is all of my family, literally everyone in my family is in crypto. So I've done a good job there, I think, convincing them. I Trojan horse some of them. Some of them I gave them free crypto as a Trojan horse, and now they're in, and they're interested in buying and stuff. But we were talking about it yesterday. It's just amazing the knowledge. If you watch this channel every day, it's amazing the knowledge that you have. You know more about crypto than 99.9% of people on the planet. Just if you watch this channel every day. That's it. And how did I learn so much about cryptocurrency? Well, by making videos every single day for years and years and years. And, you just kind of figure out the markets and stuff. It's so weird to think about. We have secret information that's public. Think about it. The information that we have here, almost nobody knows it, but we talk about it every day and we give it to you every day. And nobody understands these market cycles. They look at price. They look at 2,100 for Ethereum and they're like, oh, it's just at $200, so it's got to be near the top. But they have nothing to base that on other than feeling. Whereas we look back at the cryptocurrency markets and we look at the story right here talking about Bitcoin going to 100K, we're like, duh. How do you not know that Bitcoin's going to 100K? But so few people out there actually understand it. So we got new Wall Street Bitcoin report revealing radical $100,000 Bitcoin price model worth understanding. Radical. Oh, man. I tell you what, it is really something. Let's see. Can I get rid of this here? Yes, I can. Okay. It says now Wall Street giant BNY Mellon, which is such a dumb name for a company. Right? Am I wrong?
I guess.
Do you like BNY Mellon? A beanie melon? I don't know. Beanie melon? I don't know how. Anyways, they've called. I hate talking about this company because it just sounds so dumb. Sorry, if your name is BNY Mellon, I apologize to you watching the chat. They've called the controversial Bitcoin stock to flow model that predicts Bitcoin hitting 100K in July worth understanding in July. Wouldn't you think that? Let's see where this goes to. No, that's not it. Let me go to the stock to flow chart here. Stock to flow chart. Digitalic. This is the Bitcoin stock to flow chart. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Now, Michael Saylor says this is going to break and it's going to go up forever, right? You guys remember that. You guys remember that next year. Next year, I want you guys to remember who was telling you the prices were going to go back down. I may not be popular at that point. You may not like it. You guys remember, this thing don't go up forever. This is the stock to flow chart. It's literally never been wrong in the history of Bitcoin. It compares the amount of circulating Bitcoin to the overall supply of Bitcoin. It's basically what it does. It's a little hard to understand. But the fact is, it's never been wrong. And if you look where we're at, we're right on track. And where does this thing top out at? This thing is going to top out at 290K. That is what it's showing. Because where you see the blue line there, that is basically approximately where that's like the median price. The median price should follow that blue line. And when you look back at the history of the blue line, it definitely follows it. But when you're in the bull run, it always goes above it. And the number that the creator of this says, it is showing very clearly $289,000 for Bitcoin. So yeah, 100K chart, pretty interesting. But when I say a $289,000 Bitcoin to some guy at an Ether party, they look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm insane. And I'm just like, it's always been right. You know, I think it's actually going to go a little above that. I think it's going to go to 320, not much above it. But, you know, you just got to understand this all happens in cycles. And when you wrap your mind around that, you stop listening to all the noise. You stop listening to every person that says, like, who's this other guy? Let me find this guy here. What is his name? I got nothing bad to say about this guy. I don't really know him. We'll shill his channel here. I think it's this guy, this Crypto Crew University guy. You know who he looks like up here? He looks like that guy that used to have the money shirt, like the money symbol all over his clothes and sell the how to make free money in college. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
He sells infomercials. Anyways, this guy is saying, I think, now I could be getting this wrong because I don't see the video here, but supposedly this guy is telling all his people that in April, the bull run's over.
In April?
Yeah, in April. Yeah, bull run's over in April. Bull run's over in April.
April 2021?
Yeah. It's over this month, like the 8th or something. It's the last day of the bull run. You know, it's like, there's nothing to base that on at all. Like when you look at the historical cycles of Bitcoin, literally nothing. So guys, if you want to see Bitcoin get to $300,000, I want you to smash the like button. Smash that like if you want to see a $300,000 Bitcoin. So look, I haven't watched this guy's videos before. I do like this. Yeah, he's not. Look. He didn't go to facepalm school with Graham Stephan and Andre Geek, or coin in the mouth school, like Sheldon Evans. Okay, he didn't go to those schools. Okay, but it's a pretty funny little image here. So I don't know. Maybe this guy's content's good, but this guy's supposedly saying bull runs in this month, whatever, yada yada yada. So, but you just start to like ignore all this noise that you hear when it comes to all these people making these crazy outlandish predictions. You just got to remember, there's a reason why we're the #1 channel in all the interwebs, right? There's a reason. It's because we just stick with the history. We just stick with every number that we look at on this channel. Every crazy price prediction we look at is based on the history of cryptocurrency. We're not doing anything different. We're looking at the history, we're comparing it to the present, and we're coming up with numbers that sound outlandish. By the end of the cycle, you'll see. But guys, I also want to touch on real quick before we go on to the next thing. I did want to point out, where is our flyer? We need to post this again for our meetup.
For the meetup, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on here somewhere.
There it was. Up.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to retweet this, guys. Everybody go retweet this. I just retweeted on the page. You guys make sure we have our meet and greet this week in Marietta. On Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9. I think. Did we ever get the room booked?
I think so. They were supposed to call the next day. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we do. Because what we're going to do is we're going to try to bank it where we have like a little private room and we're going to feed people in there to come talk to me and stuff like that. I'm under no delusion that I will be able to race go-karts or anything. I know it's probably going to be me just shaking hands and kissing babies, which I love to do. I love to meet people. I love to meet you guys. I watched a really interesting documentary this weekend on Ronnie Coleman. Do you know who that is, TJ?
No.
Well, I tell you, I felt kind of like him when I put on my shirt this morning and my arm wouldn't fit through the sleeve. He's 8-time Mr. Olympia. There's one other 8-time Mr. Olympia. I can't remember that guy's name, but massive guy. They just say he was the nicest person ever in the history of the world. Never did somebody come up and talk to him that he didn't like talk to them back. And he was like because I just always appreciated them so much. That's how I feel. So if you ever meet me, you'll find out. Like, I want to talk to you. People are like, they think especially if somebody sees me in public, they're like very apprehensive, like they're bothering me or something. I promise you, you will never bother me if you come talk to me in public. So maybe if I'm yelling at my kids, but that's very rare. But in all seriousness, I love to meet people in this meet and greet. Obviously something that we're really looking forward to this week. I don't know how many people we expect. If you're planning to come to the meetup this week, just if you're planning to come, put the race car emoji in the chat, so that way I can make TJ count them.
Or just put ATL.
Nice. I want the race car emoji. We want to make them work for it.
Okay.
Because I feel like they'll just all go put ATL. Put the race car emoji. If you don't know how to do it, you can be like TJ. He don't know how to use emojis and stuff. He's not real hip, so just put ATL.
That's not true.
It's not true?
I know how to use emojis.
Oh, yeah, but you're definitely not hip, though.
I guess. It's all relative. What is hip? Do people that are hip actually say hip?
Yeah, for sure.
They
very
do?
hip.
They do?
Yeah, I'm very hip.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah, thank you. Next story, Grayscale reveals its plan for a Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale Trust, the largest cryptocurrency asset manager, has revealed its aspirations of launching a Bitcoin ETF amid growing demand for a fully regulated exchange. That's a lot of race cars. Exchange-traded fund based on Bitcoin. The firm in its official press release said they are aware of the growing discussion around Bitcoin ETF and also said they are fully committed to converting Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a Bitcoin ETF. What does that look like? How can they convert the trust itself into an ETF?
Basically, right now, they're doing all the trading on other people's behalf. I guess this will just allow people to trade on their own behalf within this fund. Buy and sell. Get in and out of positions at their own discretion, I would assume.
Instead of actually having to hold them physically?
Like, they won't hold them. It'll still be held in the trust, but right now, the trust, they do all the buying and selling. You can just buy some shares and you have a representation of that share. You can't like go in and, I want to buy these, sell those, and kind of manage your own funds. I imagine that's the direction they're headed.
So here's a little chart that shows where it's heading. They launched a private placement, obtained public quotation on secondary market, become SEC reporting, then convert into ETF. So Grayscale launched its first product in the form of Bitcoin Trust. A lot of race cars. I don't know if all y'all are coming, but I will be happy to talk to all you. And I will stay until I talk to everyone, just so everybody knows.
Oh, gosh.
In the form of Bitcoin Trust back in 2013, it has grown to become a $38.84 billion trust and one of the leading choice Wall Street investors to invest in a Bitcoin-based institutional product. What did that say?
Come to Cincinnati. Yeah.
Come to Cincinnati? Crypto Crow's in Cincinnati. Well, I was just in Cincinnati a couple years ago for a Crow's conference. Since SEC considers Bitcoin ETH an asset class, thus the trust funds based on these two assets are considered to be a safe product. Official blog from Grayscale revealed it's only been looking into it since 2016. I'm trying to see what it says here. Here, this is important, guys. 8 Bitcoin ETF applications.
Yeah.
I think about this. Who says this? Rossopotamus, yo. Been making more money on cam than a cam girl.
Hey.
What can I say? Hey, I'm wearing a pink shirt. I'm beautiful. You guys got to admit it. You know what? I think about that a lot. I think about all the girls out there on OnlyFans that are making a lot of money on OnlyFans, enough to, get a nice pair of shoes and a purse. And, God, maybe they should have been a crypto YouTuber. That's what I'll say. But the thing is about that, did you see that thing where the girl set the record, like $1 million in 6 hours?
No, I heard about it.
It's pretty disgusting.
It's
I mean,
insane.
in my opinion. I mean, look, not towards her necessarily, but like, is the day she turned 18 is the girl from the Cash Me Outside on Dr. Phil, Bad Baby.
Yeah.
That's with H's. And it brings up a lot of weird conversations. That's what I'll say. If you're dying to wait for a girl to turn 18, that's kind of weird.
It is.
I'm just saying. Especially if you're in your 30s or 40s. If you're 21, whatever. Or if you're 20 or whatever. But I'm just saying, a lot of weird things going on with the OnlyFans stuff. I don't really like that that's become such a big thing that everybody jokes about. But I don't know. Empowerment, I guess. I don't know. So we got these 8 Bitcoin ETF applications that are in the U.S. here. And the VanEck is the leading one to get approved, supposedly. But the interesting thing, and just so you know, like Skybridge, that is Anthony Scaramucci. And that is his company. He was the former guy for, Donald Trump for like 3 days before he got fired as the press secretary. You got Wisdom Tree, Bitwise, Valkyrie, but you're starting to see some of these bigger names come in. Morgan Stanley and NY Dig, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity. Which one is going to be the first one to get it? We don't actually know. Van Eck supposedly has the inside track, but is this going to be the kind of thing where we think we can see all of them get approved?
I think either way, no matter what happens, now we know one of them's going to get approved at least. When there's this many out there, I think we'll hear a lot of them get approved, all kind of in one motion. If I had to guess, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I'm just like looking forward, and I'm thinking like, how many gold ETFs are there? I wonder. Let's see here. Best gold ETFs are Q2. Let's see here. It says gold, Invesco. Okay, so here's one, the Invesco Metals Fund, Aberdeen Standard Physical Gold, SBDR Gold Mini Shares. So that's like the top 3. So it looks like I think there's probably a lot more than that.
There's probably enough demand to support about 2 or 3. So it's going to be interesting to see which 3 get there first.
How many gold ETFs are there? Let's see. 33. 33. Wow, that's pretty good. So there's 33 gold ETFs. So I guess they all technically could get approved. I wasn't sure looking at it when I was thinking about it, like how many will get approved. But I don't think we'll have 33. But I don't know. If the market cap gets to $10 trillion, why wouldn't we have as much as gold?
Yeah, they're not gonna want to miss out on offering those products to make that money. So
yeah. Now I will say a lot of people would make the argument that a lot of people would say that if you look at the gold ETF stuff, once ETFs get approved for any, like whether it was for, I think it was bronze got one approved, silver, gold, all these other kinds of ETFs, it has a dramatic effect on the price in a negative way.
Yeah, just makes it easier for them to manipulate, more or less.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is something that we want, that we necessarily want, but, whatever it is. They say Soapbox BitBoy is a good father. I'd like to get on my soap. Look, I'm a family guy, I'm a family guy. I like pure things, that's just, not everybody's like that. I understand. Like I gamble. That's my big degen thing. I gamble. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't sleep around outside my marriage and stuff like that. Like I believe in, I believe in a family. That's what I like. So I do like to get on those soapboxes. I have a daughter. She's only 7, but I protect what my kids see on the internet. And, our kid, guarantee you my kids ain't getting phones for a long time. I know what's out there. I know how much it jacks up kids. So anyways, yeah, I like to get on that soapbox sometimes. All right, so here we go. Cardano going head-to-head with Bitcoin as interest among institutional grade investors blows hot. Now, basically, the long and the short of it is that we all thought it was going to blow up, of course, after the Coinbase listing. And I believe Cardano is still going to blow up after the Cardano listing, or after the Coinbase listing, excuse me. However, you can't have something that just goes up so dramatically in such a short period of time. Now, if we were at the very end of the cycle, we would see this. But at this stage in the cycle, Cardano was kind of moving outside of the range of movement that all the other cryptos were doing at the time, right? Bitcoin wasn't really doing much when it was blowing up. Ethereum certainly wasn't doing anything when Cardano was blowing up. So a lot of the price discovery was baked in and things like that. We still saw all-time high, $1.80. I would have liked to have seen it get to $2. It didn't happen. Somebody said ETF is bearish, not bullish. That's definitely a thought. Definitely a thought to look at. So that's why I'm not super excited about them getting approved. But you know what? A lot of people said these institutions coming to crypto was bearish too, and it turned out to actually be pretty good. So we'll just have to see. Got to keep in mind, Bitcoin's different than anything we've ever seen in the history of the world. So the aforementioned reports and surveys, which had thoroughly conducted and analyzed, also revealed that Cardano had experienced a record all-time high, rounding up a trading volume of $20 billion in February of 2021. This success caused Cardano to temporarily become the 4th biggest crypto asset through market capitalization. Wait, it was number 3. It went all the way to number 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's wrong. It's fallen to number 6 on the table of cryptocurrencies. And the table of cryptocurrencies, what a weird phrase. You can tell this guy's not into crypto. When you come back here and you look, though, guys, this is what I want to point out to you. which XRP is pumping right now. Look at that.
Big time.
Is it pumping on false rumors? It's getting relisted on Coinbase? Maybe.
It basically
That's what they're saying on TikTok.
That's
so.
wha's in that SEC crackdown
Yeah.
stuff. Is they think the lawsuit is over, more or less, but it's not.
It's not. Hate to tell you. Look, and once again, I want to be clear on this. TJ hates XRP. Like, if you hold XRP, like, TJ, wants you gone.
Don't say that.
Well, I should be like out of XRP. I mean,
Yes, out of XRP.
like,
remember the algorithm.
yeah, remember the algorithm. I just said gone. I remember the algorithm at all times.
I guess it doesn't pick up motions.
I had just an itch
on your neck?
on my neck beard.
But yeah, you've made that very clear to everybody that I hate XRP. But there's
Yeah.
a difference between hating a coin and hating the person who holds the coin. I don't hate the people.
Yeah, doesn't hate.
Just maybe their choices.
Maybe their choices. The word hate is a strong word, and it's very appropriate for TJ in this matter. But once again, I want to reiterate my thoughts on XRP. My thoughts on XRP is, like, if you're investing in it, I want you to make money. I just right now don't think you're going to. I think that this lawsuit is not good. I think eventually it'll break out. I think once they settle. But right now, it's not settled. And so, my thing is, until it does, I'm not going to be bullish on it again. But I want you to make money. I hope they settle it. And I hope everybody that's investing in it, I hope the whole XRP army makes a lot of money. I own 0 XRP right now. There's just too many questions and other projects I'd rather have my money in. So, but when it comes to looking at the list here in Cardano at number 6, this is what I'll say. And I told you this when it happened, when it got to number 3. Binance Coin, Polkadot, we got to ignore Tether completely. Don't even pay attention to Tether there. Binance Coin, Polkadot, and Cardano, they are taking turns pumping, okay? They're taking turns pumping, and the thing to notice here is that Cardano had its run. And so now Binance Coin is running again. What should that tell you? What should that tell you?
Dot's coming soon.
Dot's next. Dot is next. Dot is going to pump. It's going to leave Cardano behind. It's going to pass Binance Coin. And then you know what's going to happen? Cardano is going to get some big news or liquidity event, whatever, and then it'll go back up to number 3. None of these 3 projects are really establishing themselves as the number 3 overall cryptocurrency. Like, right now, Binance Coin is pretty far ahead, but it's not insurmountable from a pump from these other projects. So keep that in mind. Let's see. What's going on with my trade, by the way? It's going back up. Still at 59.1. Okay. I mean, the weird thing is, on all these other exchanges, we're seeing almost 60,000, but Bybit's lagging behind. Bybit, I need you to pick it up. Then there's another story. Hoskinson tweets birds again as a Cardano announcement coming soon. Basically, he had this tweet. I didn't show it here in this article. But basically, although there's been no official announcement from Cardano, many observers speculate it relates to a contract to run an African country municipal infrastructure. We believe it's Ethiopia. Which country and in what capacity are questions. Basically, Hoskinson said, we signed a MOU, which is a memorandum of understanding. Do you remember when the MOU was the big, like, kind of partnership thing in 2017? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like Neo and Ontology signed an MOU or whatever. Anyways, we signed an MOU with the government of Ethiopia, the Ministry of Innovation and Technology, to create a cryptocurrency for them. They'll be used as a utility token for the city of Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa. Should this be successful, we brought 6 million people into our space with a real product that has real demand and need. And so it's just looking like there could be some stuff coming soon for Cardano. None of this stuff, in my opinion, is sexy enough to make it really, really, really pump. But we do believe Cardano will bounce back. So, we do not sell any of our Cardano at any point. All right, we'll move on and talk about NFTs here for a second. I want to talk about the Taylor Wrap NFTs. We actually won a bid on this one. So we own this, owned by me. So fun story there. This one is him playing football. It's kind of a cool little animation there if you look at it.
It is.
Yeah, it is. But if you look at the hand, what is that? Smoke? At first I thought it was like his hand coming out, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an ox. But the point here is it's a cool one. We like Taylor Rapp. He's a nice guy. But he told me that basically OpenSea, where you have to convert over to ETH to wrapped Ethereum, was a big problem for a lot of people that were wanting to buy. So a lot of these bids didn't get up to where we expected them probably to go. But I would say they're still for sale on OpenSea, I believe. Just know if you go and you want to get some of these, which we're real happy to have one, go to Uniswap and convert some Ethereum over to wrapped Ethereum first, and then do it somewhere else. Or I wonder if there's a place you can do that for free.
I don't know.
Probably not. Probably not. But you got to have wrapped Ethereum on OpenSea, which is why we actually, when we start launching NFTs, we're not going to be using OpenSea because it's the biggest one, but also it comes with some problems we don't like. So, we're definitely looking at Superfarm to be a launching platform for us. We also like Theta. We got a Wax launch coming soon and stuff like that. But some people are starting to question, is the NFT craze fizzling out? And I'm going to say absolutely not. The average price of non-fungible tokens has dropped by 70% from its recent all-time high, data shows. A swift 70% drop in the average price of NFTs is suggesting that the latest crypto craze might be fizzling out, just as it took the world by storm recently, Bloomberg experts point out yesterday. According to the data provided by nonfungible.com, platform that monitors various NFT marketplaces, the average price of crypto collectibles peaked at around $4,300 on February 22nd. However, the market has significantly cooled down since then, as the median price dropped to about $1,400 by April 4th. Now, let's go check this out here. Let's see here. Beeple, $69 million. What day was that? March 11th was when that happened, the $69 million Beeple sale. So what I would say is that's very interesting because if you look here, that is the peak right there, I bet.
Yeah.
And I bet this was the NBA Top Shots was at its top.
Yeah. I was going to say, it seems like this article is really drilling in on statistics to make it say what they want it to say.
It is. That's what I was getting around here. This is all fun, guys. Yeah. This is all fun. It's not meaningful to characterize concept as financial bubble. NFTs aren't in a bubble any more than cryptocurrency is a bubble. Guys, this is a really good quote. Okay, this guy, Chris Wilmer, he's an academic. What does it mean to be an academic? Does that mean you're out of college?
I guess it means you write a lot of papers.
An academic. I have a college degree. Am I an academic?
I think you have to submit actual academic papers.
Here's something funny. So when I was in college, I had a professor that was basically like he told us to write a paper on a subject based upon an article. And I read the article, and I just walked away from that article being like, this guy's an idiot, the guy that wrote this. Like, I'm surprised no one that I would think that. That I was smarter than the guy. Yeah. But the article made no sense. It was just like, it totally flew in the face of everything else we were learning in the class. And so I went to the professor, I wrote the paper, and of course, I got like an A on the paper because I've got A's on everything, obviously. Because I don't know if y'all know, I can talk real good. And so I got an A on the paper, but the guy came back to me, he's like this is a very well-written paper, but you as an undergrad have no room to criticize anyone with a master's degree.
What?
His name was Chris Vayner. The guy's an idiot. Basically, the long and short of it is, because someone has a better piece of paper than you, they're obviously more accomplished and more intelligent than you, and you can't criticize that.
You can't question it.
You can't question it. Can't question it. Guy was an idiot. Couldn't stand that guy. That put a real bad taste in my mouth for college degrees. I do have a college degree, but what I would say is anyone who tells you that someone who has more years of school than you is smarter than you and knows more than you, is more accomplished than you, let's see how that worked out. I wonder which one of us is on top right now. So, yeah. Okay. NFTs are for international crooks and swindlers. The enormous price of Beeple's NFT made it the third most expensive piece of art ever sold by a living artist, behind only Jeff Koons and David Hockney. The latter has recently revealed that he is not a fan of digital collectibles, calling them a tool for international crooks and swindlers. What the crap? Still holding Eternity. Yeah, they've got big news coming out. So, soon. Jason Widmer, thank you for that. I love Eternity. I think it's a really good project. It's definitely one that we think is going to be one of the biggest pumpers in the space. Things can get lost in the computer, can't they? And they will be in the future lost in the computer, even when the cloud gets going. This sounds like old man yells at sky about Bitcoin.
Yep.
Doesn't it?
100%.
So this is what I'll say, guys, about the NFT stuff. Remember what I've told you. I've told you this. This statement right here is extremely intelligent. It's not meaningful. I don't know what kind of degree this academic has, but I respect him. It's not meaningful to characterize a concept as a financial bubble. NFTs aren't in a bubble any more than cryptocurrency is a bubble. This is the part I'm pointing at it. You can't see me physically pointing at it. There will be manias and irrational exuberance, but cryptocurrency is clearly here to stay with us for the long term, and NFTs probably are too, okay? So here's the thing, okay? The thing is, I've told you before, we are in a bit of a bubble when it comes to the value of individual NFTs. The market corrects itself. That's why there's nothing to worry about. Should you be rushing out and paying top dollar for every NFT you can find? No. But when I find this Taylor wrap one that I was able to get for 0.1 ETH, yeah, why not? Like, it may be worth more down the road. It might not be. But the fact is, overall, this is here to stay. And okay, let me tell you this. If we were in a XRP said hi. That's pretty funny. Hey, XRP, good to see you. If we're in a gigantic bubble in the value of NFTs, I once again want to point out, this doesn't have anything to do with the value of the cryptocurrencies behind them. And let me tell you what I'm doing. Am I going out? How many NFTs do we buy on a daily basis, TJ?
On a daily basis?
Yeah.
We just do it randomly.
None, basically.
Yeah.
Right? We support people that come on the channel. Like, we got the Taylor Wrap NFT. We're going to go check out the Joe Gatto NFTs. We support people that come on the channel. But buying NFTs to resell them is actually not a business that we're in. But how many NFT crypto projects do we hold?
A lot.
A lot. We think the value is in the projects because the individual bubbles are going to come and go. Just like this quote says, there will be manias. But I ask you this. If we were at the absolute peak of the NFT artwork bubble, so to speak, and let's just say that Tom Brady came out with his own NFT tomorrow, you think it's going to sell? Yeah, it's going to sell. Why? Because it's going to be based on the market of the individual person putting them out. If you have grade A people coming out and grade A celebs and stars and athletes putting out NFTs, they're going to sell, period. Now, one of the big barriers is the ease at which the mainstream person can buy them. That is a barrier that can actually have a big effect, making it look like more of a bubble than it is. When we have very easy ways for people to go, like, think about this. If you were to go onto, let's just say, Platform X, I'm just going to not use a specific one, like random NFT Platform X, and you were able to go on there and in one click, you could buy Ethereum with a credit card or a debit card and immediately put in that bid, then how much more do you think they would sell than people having to go buy Ethereum first, convert it over wrapped Ethereum or some other token, and then go in there and make bids? So a lot more, be a lot easier. So definitely something to keep in mind is I think the barrier to entry with NFTs is still high right now. Once that lowers, I think we're going to see another gigantic explosion. Because look, if Tom Brady made a TikTok, kids on there don't even know how to go on there and buy it, about an NFT. So I don't think NFTs I don't think there's anything to worry about here. But once again, what are we doing? Our strategy, we're investing in cryptocurrency NFT projects, not in the artwork itself. So now BitBoy Crypto has our own NFTs. You certainly go out and buy those ones. No, we got cool stuff coming out soon with Wax and Theta. All right, so U.S. court authorizes IRS to summon cryptocurrency user records from Circle and Poloniex. So you got a lot of people out there thought they were getting away with it, but the Scooby-Doo of the government, the SEC, is coming after you if it wasn't for those darn regulators. The Internal Revenue Service has obtained authorization from a federal court to seek information on cryptocurrency users from Circle and Poloniex exchange platforms. Tax Authority wants records identifying crypto users who conducted $20,000 or more in crypto transactions during the years 2016 and 2020, as well as other documents related to their cryptocurrency transactions. The DOJ announced that the federal court has authorized the IRS to serve a John Doe summons on Circle Internet Financial Inc. or its predecessors, subsidiaries, blah, 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 including Poloniex. Somebody says, love your stream, mate. This is Crazy Cam 007. Maybe one of those cam girls we do better than somebody said earlier. Just kidding, crazy Cam. Love your stream, mate. Thoughts on Avengers and Star Wars screenshots of Ecomi VV platform in the patent office? Yeah, we think that's when we did a video on it. We support Ecomi. We think VV is a great app. We think they've got a lot of patents that other people don't have, a lot of licenses. Definitely one to watch. So, big fan. IRS is seeking the records of Americans who engaged in business with or through Circle, a digital cryptocurrency exchanger headquartered in Boston. They served a previous one to Coinbase. What do I always tell you guys? What do I always tell you guys?
Don't hide your crypto.
Don't hide your crypto. You are putting yourself in extreme danger to make a smaller reward than the risk. That's why we are always a big fan. Like, look, why is the gas price on a $2 NFT $104? It's a great question. Ethereum, am I right? But this is the thing, okay? I tell you guys this all the time. We don't hide any crypto here. We never will hide crypto here. We report all our taxes. Because we always talk about how funny it was when we were on the Graham Stephan show, and he asked about, what was it he asked about the capital gains?
Yeah, like if we mind paying capital gains tax. Yeah. No, we don't care.
No. I want to pay capital gains tax.
Yeah.
Like, you know what that means? That means we made a lot of money.
Right.
So, like, do we want to pay taxes? No. I mean, of course, nobody wants to pay taxes, right? Like, that's, taxes and death, the only things that are certain. We all know that. But the fact is that, like, if you are doing well in the economy, like, you shouldn't want to part with your money, but you also should understand the risks that come with not doing that. So this is just one of those things. You should not hide your crypto. You should put it all on your tax report, returns and pay your tax on it. Until we have a different system, this is what you got to live with. And so we always advocate for playing in the system. I am not a rule breaker. I'm a boundary pusher, but I'm not a rule breaker, okay? Especially when it comes to the law. So I've never seen a good rule that I didn't want to break, actually. But I also understand the risk that comes with not paying your taxes and stuff. So you guys should all, when you watch this channel, you should understand that we want you to be transparent and honest at all times.
Yes.
So that's, TJ said this good the other day. When we were looking at the portfolio and we were looking at releasing our entire portfolio, he said, you know what? Being honest and transparent, it's always the right decision. And I agree with that. So you should definitely be doing that with your taxes as well. Speaking of the SEC, they agreed to redact 2 documents in Ripple lawsuit as XRP price surges. So this might have something to do. Once again, guys, don't walk away from this. Don't walk away from this thinking that this is over, because this is not over. They're just saying this is just a formality in the logistics of the case. The lawsuit filed against Ripple in December alleges that Ripple raised $1.3 billion by selling XRP and ongoing unregistered securities offerings. Ripple, a payments company, we all know what they did. On March 31st, a New York judge granted Ripple's motion to temporarily seal 4 documents and ordered Ripple and the SEC to agree on redactions by April 2nd. Ripple's lawyers managed to convince the judge to grant redactions in 2 email exchanges. The first redaction is in an email between Brad Garlinghouse, an anonymous person, about RippleWorks, company's nonprofit VC arm. The second is between anonymous parties discussing the public perception of XRP and Ripple's control over it. That sounds bad. Yeah. That doesn't sound good. I'm going to be honest with you.
I mean, anytime a lawyer's having to work extra hard to get emails redacted and removed from the case, it's not a good look.
A lot of times that basically means like a PR nightmare if it gets out. Mm-hmm. Like basically where they're saying, like, we've got to control the way that people see us, so let's make decisions to try to do that. Tara Quinn says she has 1,080 A. Is that enough? Love the show. Been subscribed since 400K. Well, that's great. Thank you for subscribing to the show. It depends on where you're at in your financial life. I mean, I would certainly say, that, 1,000's probably not going to make you a millionaire by any stretch of the imagination. But if your goal is to maybe pay off some debt or make some progress in your life, it could be. I mean, I think it's going to go possibly to $6 to $8 in this, bull run, possibly 10 at the peak in the best case scenario. So that would be $10,000. So you can kind of do the math there. Court case hasn't stopped XRP from rising in value. We know it went up, but I just don't think it sounds good. But guys, basically, if you really read what the story is saying, the SEC is saying, okay, we'll let you not have a gigantic publicity nightmare, but this doesn't affect any of the token sale. Like, nothing about any of that looked like a token sale argument or conversation.
No,
So
it's very minor news.
very minor. Now, we're going to talk about this story when it comes to whale moves. We're actually going to talk about this tonight at 7 a little bit as well.
Yeah, this is a big move.
And you guys know how I found out about this was actually TikTok. Want to make sure you guys are following me on TikTok. If you're not, we talk cryptocurrency. Here I talk about what a scam banks are, which is really fun. That was not me. That's me, actually.
I like the duet of somebody ripping off your exact portfolio. That was funny.
Oh, this one? Where's it at? This guy right here?
Yeah.
It's got 550,000 views on it.
What was his name? Like Money Man or something like that?
Let's see. His name was, the Money Man.
It's just funny.
I got no hate against the guy. Look, it's so funny because, like, if we had done this, someone would have literally tried to assassinate us.
Yeah, it would have been the end of the world.
It would have been the end of the world. Look, you got this guy over here. He's got freaking how many followers does he have? It doesn't even. Let's see if I can see. He's got 38,000 followers, man. Like look, we had a thing happen where one of my writers had copied a couple lines from something one time, turned it a big thing on Twitter. People were acting like we were the worst people in the world. We credited the guy. We tried to fix it. It was a mistake. The writer probably knew he was taking it, but if we would have shown the quote on the screen, it wouldn't have been a big deal. People killed us over it. Like, raked us over the coals for 2 sentences, basically, was what it was. But if somebody takes something from me, I don't care. Like, there's a whole channel out there that steals all our videos. Overall, I understand attention. I understand if somebody steals our videos and it's putting our information out and it's still me.
It still gets the information out.
Still gets the information out. And it's still good for me. So the fact that somebody out here, this guy made a video where he literally, like, the thing was like, look, I just put it at the top, like, if you know, you know. That was just like a little shout out to my followers. Where he basically showed a crypto portfolio. If you look at it, 25% BTC, 25% top 10, ETH, ADA, and DOT. That was our exact portfolio video that we made. But you know what? I'm just like, good job, man. I support people that want to make content and want to try to break in. I know how hard it is to try to build a following. So, look, I'm not telling everybody to go steal all my stuff. But it just doesn't bother me. I'm not that territorial about things. I mean, that's what comes when you're at the top. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, this was what I saw yesterday. Somebody posted this on TikTok, and this is actually how I found out about this story, where someone deposited $1.3 billion worth of ETH into Compound. So make sure you're following me on TikTok so you get content like this before it hits the channel. But what I'll say is, there's a rumor, by the way, that this is Justin's son. The Justin's son is the person that transferred $1.3 billion. I don't know if it's true. I've got no evidence to support that, other than that's kind of a rumor I've seen people talking about. But a mysterious whale transferred 629,000 Ethereum. Now, think about this. If it's going into Compound, which is a lending protocol, yield farming, the whole 9 yards, that 629,000 ETH is not going to move again probably for a long time.
Right.
So they're going to lock it down and stake it. So that's good overall for Ethereum. An anonymous whale just transferred 629,000 ETH, $1.3 billion. It is on Whale Alert. I love Whale Alert. It's a good account to follow. They posted a lot of big movements out there.
Yeah.
The whale, a term used to denote entities who hold massive amounts of crypto, made the transaction yesterday morning. It's the smart contract for Compound. The sender remains a mystery as the wallet is unlabeled and the Ethereum blockchain is pseudonymous. It's difficult to tell who that person is or group of people is. It was $43 to move it. So if you don't understand exactly how gas fees work, when you go to Uniswap or an NFT platform, you get gouged on those gas prices. But if you just want to send crypto, it's relatively cheap. It cost him $43 to send $1.3 billion.
That's insane.
That's insane. So, let's see. Whale, is this a different story? Why is that on there? That's random.
I think it is a different story.
Huh, weird. But anyways, the point here is, guys, is I definitely think that, we're going to see more of this. And tonight at 7, keep that up there. Tonight at 7, we got a top DeFi projects, just kind of talking about a resurgence. I think this move right here is an indication that we are now heading to the third wave of DeFi. First wave would have been over the summer. Everybody was degenning out. You see the price of Ethereum boom. Beginning of January, we saw a new wave of DeFi. We saw Aave pump. We saw, Synthetics pump. We saw Ethereum pump. That has subsided. I think we're sitting on the third wave of DeFi right now. So you'll check out the projects tonight. William Musser says, BitBoy, I appreciate your modesty. Modesty, me? Great outlook on the kid. It's true though. I mean, I support people making crypto content. I know that there's probably a kid out there at his house right now who's in the lab that his goal is to knock me off and be the #1 cryptocurrency YouTuber. And one day it'll happen. That's just the way things goes. I saw that Ronnie Coleman, talk about fragility of life. Talk about Ronnie Coleman. He was 8-time Mr. Olympia, and now he's on crutches. He herniated a disc squatting 800 pounds.
Jeez.
And he just went through surgery. And it just really, this was the most fit guy in the world. It just shows you. Times change. People passion. So I know there's somebody out there in a lab working somewhere trying to be the #1 crypto YouTuber one day, just like I was, not as a kid, but just like I was 3 years ago. So, you got to respect the new people coming up. Remember, you always see the same people on the way up that you see on the way down. So we try to be nice to everybody, and except for maybe 1 or 2 people. But you guys may hear me make jokes about Coin Bureau and Sheldon Evans and some of these other guys. We don't hate those guys necessarily. There are some people out there that are bad, but we generally get along with the whole crypto YouTube community. So we support everybody, and I think that if you can't have that outlook to support everybody, then you're selfish and you're not in this for the bigger thing. So that's the way we look at it. All right, so let's move on to this DeFi aggregator. There's a lot of hacks that are increasing. DeFi aggregator raided by 5 hackers on launch day. 4 malicious hackers and 1 white hat have gone to town on Force DAO during its launch day. Ethereum-based yield aggregator had only just launched its airdrop campaign on April 3rd when 4 malicious black hat hackers managed to drain a total of 183 ETH, worth approximately 367K at the time. 1 friendly white hat hacker assisted. I think it's just supposed to be assisted the team by alerting them to further prevent losses. Anyways, the point here is that there is an increase in hacks right now, and you do have to pay attention to that. We know there's a lot of scams out there. These are 4 of the most common cryptocurrency scams and how to avoid them. #1, imposter websites. These are phishing attacks. This happened with myetherwallet.com back in 2018, I think it was. Basically, someone hacked into their domain server and put up a malicious phishing website. You should know that if you're trying to connect to one of your addresses and it asks you for your private key and that's abnormal, then you should probably know that you're being phished.
Yeah, and a lot of times also with like Coinbase or Binance, if you just go Google it and you click on like an ad, a lot of times they'll run phishing websites as an ad. So always double check that you see that lock if you're using Chrome and that it's a verified website.
Yeah, I talked about this over the summer where Justin that works here, he lost 30K that way.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yep, lost 30K. And if you think about what that 30K over the summer was with Ethereum at, $200,
Jeez.
Think about what that is now.
Yeah.
Justin, sorry. But yeah, I told you guys about that when it happened. You got to be careful. And the thing is on the phishing sites, they're still going to need you to give that private key. Mm-hmm. So when you connect to MetaMask, you don't use a private key. So you should think about that. If something seems out of the ordinary, it probably is. So be careful. Fake mobile apps. Another common way scammers trick investors are through fake apps. We just looked at last week the giant story about the fake Trezor, which Trezor has told the Apple Store over and over again about these scammy apps, and they just keep letting them through. Meanwhile, if you voted Republican, then they want to destroy you. But they're okay to let all these hackers through and to have these fake apps. That was a Parler reference if you guys didn't get that. They took their website down for having different political opinions than about 50% of people in the country believe one way, about 50% believe the other. If you're in the 150%, they will take down anything you do. And not only because they don't like your political opinions, but also if you have an app that's starting to eat away from the market share of the top 5 social media apps, they're going to come after you. And Apple's shown that. Meanwhile, they let fake apps so people can scam. I hate Apple. I actually like Apple computers, but I hate Apple as a company. But I prefer an iPhone over an Android any day of the week. Bad tweets and other social media updates. If you're following celebrities and executives on social media, you can't be sure that you're not following imposter accounts. We know we have so many imposter accounts out there. It's unbelievable. We probably have more imposter accounts than literally anyone in the world, I think.
You think?
I do think so.
Wow.
Yeah. I do think so. I think BitBoy Crypto has more imposter accounts because the vast majority of imposter accounts are crypto accounts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Elon Musk ones out there.
Yeah.
Maybe he might have more.
He probably does.
He probably does have more just because he has such a bigger following. But in the world of crypto, we by far have the most imposters. It's not even close. So, and they won't verify us on Twitter. So thanks for that. Make sure that, most platforms you follow us on, we're verified. Twitter's the only one that we're not verified. So those fake accounts will post out, fake giveaways and stuff. If it's too good to be true, most of the time it is. And then, of course, scamming emails. And this is another phishing attack is basically what it is. Basically, if you didn't know, you can do what's called spoofing, okay? Spoofing is where you're able to duplicate an email address exactly. So I can actually, I could do it right now. It would just take me 5 minutes. There's a website you can go to. If you give me your email address, I can email you from ledger.com. Support@ledger.com is what it'll say in the email address. Because a lot of people don't understand, if you think something's fake, then what a lot of people do is they will go to the email and they'll click on the addresses on the show more info. And they're like, oh, it's at support@ledger.com. Must be legit. But it's actually not, because you can spoof that. I can send you an email address from any email address, or I can send you an email from any email address in the world. So you can't use that. Make sure you're not clicking on links and emails. So that's some of the more common ones. There's also, by the way, this story we're not going to get into really, but UK prosecutor expects crypto scams to increase, but their numbers remain low for now. We will see an increase in this as prices go up. When you look at the idea that, if you scam somebody for $20, that down the road that could turn into $100 or $200, and then you do that on mass scale, it's easy to see why the scammers have such a leg up. Now, the scammers, by the way, you just got to understand the way this works. This is not one guy sitting in his basement of his mom's house in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, right? I don't know why I always talk about Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I've never been there. I think because wasn't there some socks from Sheboygan, Wisconsin?
I have no idea.
Okay, anyways, TJ's not big on socks, I see. But the fact here is, guys, is these are botnets. They are sweatshops. These are sweatshops in countries like Nigeria. Everybody knows the Nigerian prince lotto scams, right? India, Pakistan, Turkey. These are some of the biggest countries for scams in the world, okay? And what they're doing is they've got entire sweatshops where instead of making Nike shoes for $1.50, their whole goal is to rope people in where $20 is actually a decent amount for them to con from somebody. So when you look at these people, sometimes get in these cloud mining scams, getting $50,000 at a time. I mean, that funds their entire operation for years. So these you got to understand, these are sophisticated people that this is their entire job. The same way your job is to go and try to make sales, for your marketing company. Their entire job is to scam you. So that's why it's so hard to combat them. So Coinbase looking to relist XRP. We don't know if that's true or not. That's a rumor. And I think it's pumping on that rumor, but I do not think that that's going. I can guarantee you this. Let me make a guarantee. There is no way that leading up 9 days before the Coinbase IPO, that Coinbase is leaking information they're trying to relist XRP. Yeah. 0% on that. So will it happen? Will Coinbase relist XRP? I can definitely see them doing that in the future if the case is settled, but we won't see anything other than that. So, hey, and once again, XRP Army, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're making money today. If you want to leverage trade XRP, you can do that on Bybit, or if you don't know how to buy some, you can actually put some Bitcoin on Bybit and you can exchange that over to XRP right there on the Bybit site. So, but what I would say is I'm happy for you guys making money. I will never say anything bad about you guys making money. XRP, Ripple, it's a legitimate company. You may argue it's centralized. I could certainly make that argument, but I'm happy for you guys, so don't want to diminish that. I hope it goes to $2 today. So for your case, would you hate that, TJ?
I wouldn't hate it. Like I said,
he hates it. He hates it.
No, I don't. I don't care if they want to make money. I just don't think it's a great project. That's all.
Yeah. So,
but make money. I don't care.
Yeah, make money. Hey, get money. All right, guys, that is all we got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Had a nice weekend where I took a break, and very, very happy for the ETH pump. Let's do one last check on our trade here. See where our trade is before we get off the air here. It's at 59.1. Our trade's up 0.57 bitty, so pretty good. Hopefully we'll hit over 60K today. Hopefully you guys make a bunch of money. I love you guys. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.